Welcome to Set the Record. I'm Malcolm Anthony, and we got Cody, Houston's very own, here to join us on Set the Record. We got a great show for you planned today. Subscribe to the show. Watch, of course. We got YouTube, we got Google, we got Spotify. Hook us up, okay? So,
sir,
we out here. Look, man, we've seen an amazing weekend of sports. We talked about it a little bit last week. Jake Paul, man, he actually showed up and fought a fight.
I know, against a real boxer too. I honestly, it gave my respect. You know, he may have lost, but the fact that he did it, you know, and actually kind of showed up and, you know, didn't come out with any real excuses at the end, you know. I mean, he said he gave that excuse, but then again, he also said it wasn't an excuse. But like,
said them all out loud, right? You know, he got his hurt arm, bad cam.
But he also said he was 100% at like before the fight, so it's like, you know.
Yeah, no, props to him. No, for real.
He took the loss better than I thought he would.
I agree. Yeah, Tommy Fury, TNT. Did you see any of that? I didn't see.
Oh, you know what? The TNT. I saw the TNT in the 7th round. That's the round where I thought
that was the one time he showed up.
That's when he killed Jake Paul. I thought the fight was going to stop right there.
Yeah, I agree. That was the one time in the fight he looked like a legit boxer. I don't know if he was just kind of messing with Jake, kind of just sparring, because you know Jake said something telling to me in the interviews before the fight. He said this is going to be like a sparring match. He verbally said that before the fight, so I was a little curious to that. And obviously that script leaked. You know,
script leak was crazy. When Tommy got the cut on the eye, I definitely thought it was gonna follow that script. I was like, oh boy, here it comes.
Yeah, I said, man, they're gonna pull it late, but they're gonna pull it.
Right. You know, they had the script leak, so they had to change it up a little bit. They couldn't make it that obvious.
I know. Well, that's why they had to make Tommy win and pull the rematch. Because if Jake won, there was no rematch clause.
Yeah.
So the only way there was going to be a rematch at all was if Tommy won the fight. So we got that. The fight lasted 8 rounds. It was contested the whole time. I don't know.
Man.
I had Jake only winning 1 round. And that was
he definitely won the last round.
The final 8th round was the only
got the knockdown. Yeah.
There were two rounds that were draws.
I think there's a few rounds that could have gone either way, but I know for sure Tommy won the 1st round. I think he won the 4th round. For sure, and then the 7th round. Those are the ones he won for sure. All the other ones could have gone either way, but Tommy had the edge still.
Well, and even the round that Tommy won, I actually gave it a draw because the ref took the point away.
Oh yeah.
I made that a 9-9 round, and there were 2 9-9 rounds because one of the rounds Jake had won but lost the point as well. So like, I had 2 draws, and really Tommy winning the fight pretty dominantly. 76-73 was my scorecard as well.
2 judges scored it that way for him too.
Yep, 2 of the judges that had him winning the fight, and then you know somebody, I don't know who had
was it the American judge by any chance?
74-75 for Jake. But yeah, no, come on, man. That didn't happen. So, but yeah, it was a good fight. I enjoyed it. You know, Badu Jack, the one of the championships before that, I really wanted to see more. I wanted to see more out of him, man. He didn't turn it on much like until the end of the fight.
Until the end, yeah.
And I wanted more. I expected more just because I've seen him do so much at a lighter weight. But this was much bigger than he's fought, and he's gone up. This is his 3rd heaviest. I mean, this is the heaviest he's been, but this is him continuing going up in weight and winning these fights. So still tremendous. But yeah, 3rd time's the charm. The fight actually happened, you know, with Jake Paul and Fury, and there were stars out there too, man. With Kevin Hart, Tyson, Mike Tyson was out there.
Oh yeah,
Wilder was out there. It was pretty nice.
You know, the thing, I really took away from that fight though is, so this is what happens when Jake Paul gets in the ring with a guy who knows what he's doing, like another professional boxer who's been doing this at a young age. Because when you look at the fight stats, Tommy Fury nearly doubled Jake Paul in almost every statistic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He went out there. He was a more aggressive fighter. He had Jake playing the defense, and nobody else has done that. That's why I think it was also a struggle for Jake, because no one else has had to make him play as good as a defense as he had to before.
Yeah, Silva made him step up a little bit on that defense because he attacked him early in that fight. But you're right, Tommy.
But Silva's not as young as Fury.
Right, exactly. Yeah, literally half his age. But yeah, Fury 88 punches landed to Jake's 49. So
I think I
almost
have them on here somewhere.
Yeah.
The full thing if I can find it very quickly.
He also, the power shots as well. Fury landed 49 to Jake's 24, and at a much higher clip, 33%.
Yep.
Jake's 30. And yeah, like you said, man, the
only statistic he won was the jabs for Jake Paul.
Yeah, but I just felt like the amount of production that Fury was putting out, that's really how you win the fight on the scorecards. A boxer knows you got to just show the refs enough. And that's what Tommy did early in the first 2 rounds. He kind of stole the round at the end of the round. I mean, that's how you win fights.
Yeah.
Show them what they want to see at the end and be like, oh yeah, he did that the whole time.
Facts.
So yeah, man. Now, good fight. And people fight and we look for this rematch to see, maybe over the summer as well.
But see the improvements from Jake's game,
Yeah, improvements, man. Okay, so since you mentioned improvements, we got maybe one improvement from a Laker to a Clipper. Russell Westbrook. So do you see an improvement in Clipper Russell?
I saw an improvement in game 2.
Okay.
The second game he played, I think he played a good game. I have it here. He had 17, 4, and 5, 6 for 10 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3. Only 2 turnovers. I don't think he should have been benched when he was benched.
He didn't play at all. A minute to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, he didn't play no fourth quarter, no overtime. The Clippers lost by 10. I feel like he could have affected that score, whether it would have been for the better or for the worse. Who knows?
Okay.
But I feel like he deserved a shot at least in the fourth quarter, especially when he was playing a good game.
Okay, let me give you this though. Since you don't know, you got the stats for Russ, but you got the plus and minus. He's minus 12 on the floor for that same game.
I did not get the plus minus.
Minus
12 on the court. That's probably why then.
On that same
what was
game,
everybody else's plus minus? Was he by far the lowest?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not check. I was pointing out Russell to begin with because that's what this topic was over.
Yeah.
So I positioned it with Russ because, like you just said, he's two turnovers in this game. I think he had, or something like that. Like you said, 1 or 2. And to me, this Russell is going to have a problem fitting in. Like I said with Kawhi, the moment Kawhi and T. Lue kind of think the same way. If it's too much high energy on the floor, Kawhi's not keeping up with that. He's a slower paced basketball player. That's
true. Yeah.
To me, this is a hard fit. In game 1, Russell was actually better from he had 7 turnovers, but he was actually plus 3 in the game, 17 points, 14 assists. He was balling. But right now he's averaging 17 points a game, 4 assists and 5 rebounds or some nonsense. With the Clippers, minus 4 per game, though. If that's an average, that's not looking good. He's shooting really well from the floor, 56% and only 33 from the 3-point line.
The first game ruined the 3-point percentage because the first game he shot 1 for 4.
Yeah, that's what got him. And that's what I think Russ is going to have a problem with. He stay away from the 3. It looked like game 1.
That's been his whole career, though. It's like he has to stay away from the 3, and he doesn't. But at the same time, it's like they're going to leave him open, so he might as well shoot it. It's like as long as he's not forcing them or taking the bad ones like he does sometimes.
I agree. Sometimes, he gets caught in the shot clock. I caught him. That's what happened the other game. He got caught in shot clock, and he took a bad shot. But those are things you got to live with. But the 7 turnovers, you can't. And that's the thing with Russell. If you're averaging 5 turnovers a game, that's rough.
Pretty much.
Man, that's what happened with the Lakers. But
I do have the plus minuses, by the way.
What's that?
I have the plus minuses on that game.
Huh?
Yeah, Paul George was a minus 18, Kawhi minus 10, Marcus Morris minus 17. Everybody was negative because they lost the game.
Well, yeah, right.
So it's like only positives were Nick Batum plus 10, Norman Powell plus 3.
You got to think as well that fourth quarter and overtime, the game was closer and the game slipped away. So they ended up getting 10 extra points onto that. So Kawhi's, PG's take 10 points away. And that's probably where they were closer to when Russ got taken out of the game. You know what I mean? Because he didn't
Probably.
play. He didn't play the fourth quarter or OT. So if you take them 10 points off, it's probably a little bit closer.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, overall, everyone's plus minus was going to be messed up because it lost anyway. So anybody who played, it was going to be done.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, hey, some nights just ain't your night, but man, that Kings game was fire, bro.
It was so fun, but it was fun, but it wasn't because nobody played defense.
Oh, but it was
But, like,
awesome.
I love seeing the buckets.
Yeah, 176,
I
170.
was rooting so hard for them to get like to 200 points each because that would have been crazy.
I wanted Malik to get 50. I was hoping Fox and Monk
yeah,
get 50, man. I was like, man, these boys are splashing, and it was crazy. I have not seen guys shoot it like that.
But you know who left Malik Monk open on that game tying three that went to the first overtime? Russell Westbrook. That's one thing. His defense with the Clippers hasn't been good. He's been a little bit of a liability defensively. Malik Monk was cooking him.
Yeah, no, man. Well, yeah, you can't leave a guy like that open when he's stroking. Like, that's what's so funny, man. The Lakers let that guy go. I just, of all the people they let slip away, you know, right. KCP can shoot it, Monk can shoot it, and those are the guys they still kind of need. But look, another team that's struggling, figuring out their way, Dallas.
Dallas, man. Dallas, that's a tough situation. So, Dallas right now, 1-3 when Luka and Kyrie both play. I think 2-0 when it's just Kyrie.
Yeah,
right. 2-0 when it's just Kyrie. No, nothing on Luka. But listen, this is, you know, and the problem that everybody was thinking about when they first made the trade was not only did they trade their depth, but they also traded a lot of defense, right?
Absolutely.
So right here, I have defensive rating numbers. All right. So on the season overall, like every game they played, it's a defensive rating of 115.8. Since trading for Kyrie, it went to 119.1. Okay. So they've gotten significantly worse defensively. They were about average on defense because the league average is 114.
Okay. Yeah, that's not bad.
Gotten 5 points below average defensively because they did trade away their best defender, Dorian Finney-Smith. They traded away a capable defender in Spencer Dinwiddie, and overall just the depth that they don't have, I think, has been hurting them too.
Yeah, because they didn't have these games. They were just opening to score people.
They traded the little depth that they had.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And look, that's going to bite them. And their schedule upcoming, it doesn't look good. Their one win is against the Spurs, and they beat the mess out of them. Spurs don't got no, you know, you live near the Spurs. Now
4 hours.
Now you know how they're just tanking for Wembanyama. You know. Y'all know the struggle.
So are we.
I know, you know the play. I thought one of my squads was gonna do that too this year, but turns out we're playing a little game.
16-game losing streak. Hey, and that's where the one win came from, by the way, from the Mavericks. Was against that week's first
to 116 over those lowly Spurs, and their upcoming schedule, like I said, isn't too pretty. They got a game against the Pacers coming up tomorrow. The Pacers, that should be a win, right?
Yeah, it should be a win for the Pacers.
On average, the two guys, Luka and Kyrie, are losing on average 5 points a game, like you just said, since they pretty much 9 against the Nuggets, 3 against the Lakers, 3 against the Wolves. And their upcoming schedule, 76ers, right? Suns.
That's next game, right? The Sixers is next.
Yep, Sixers. Well, they got Pacers, then Sixers.
Okay.
Suns, Jazz, and then the Grizzlies back to back. And really, their March schedule is pretty rough. I'm not sure. This is an easy like fall out of the playoffs kind of West right now. They could lose really 4 of their next 6 games.
There's a 4-game differential between the 2nd seed and the 6th seed.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, it's really brutal. Right
yeah.
And this could fall all the way down. And luckily, I guess LeBron got hurt. That kind of helps the Dallas's case a little bit.
Hurts the Lakers a lot.
Hurts the Lakers a lot, but it helps Dallas a lot because these are all teams fighting for the same spot. And with Russ helping the Clippers fall apart, that's helping Dallas's case as well. So lots of positives for Dallas, I guess, if you are losing games also.
That is true. All right. Well, you mentioned one of the teams on, coming up on Dallas's schedule, right? The 76ers.
Yes, sir.
Right. I actually wanted to talk about the 76ers, right? And not really just the Sixers in general, but, some playoff teams that look like they're contending, but might not be contending. You know, do you know any right now? Like, do you have any
Yeah.
that you're thinking of?
Playoff teams that I don't think are like really legit
Yeah,
that are
pretenders.
up there. Yeah, well, the Memphis Grizzlies I think are until they show me otherwise,
Okay.
and they can be as high as they want to be up there. And truthfully, I say the same thing about the Denver Nuggets. They can be one. They're right now. They're the
I see it though. I understand what you're talking about because it
think of
happens
the Atlanta
almost every
Hawks.
year.
The Hawks of '08 or whatever that got bounced in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Like I think of a team like the Mavericks that took out, or the Warriors that took out the Mavericks that year. You know what I mean? Like I think of that. Man. I just don't know about this Denver team. And honestly, before Bron got hurt, I thought, man, if the Lakers sneak into that 8 spot, Denver was gonna get KO'd by the Lakers in the first round.
Or if the Warriors fall.
The Warriors, I'm losing faith in them. Steph's little injury, man, it might be more.
I think he'll be back within a week, and then within it, that's enough time to keep them afloat. They'll be a playing team for sure.
I hope.
Right.
I hope so.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, imagine being a 1-2 seed and you have to go against the Warriors.
I know Lakers or Warriors, I'd have been scared about, but you know what I said? The Warriors, you still make a strong case. You're right. What happened in the offseason really has put a stain on them in the season because them young guys aren't buying into anything Dre is saying, and it's evident. There's no one's playing defense at all. Like there's no defense being played at all by Jordan Poole. They got rid of Wiseman. Did you see that coming? Like,
yeah, I did see that coming.
Did you really?
He didn't fit them. But they weren't really playing him like that anyway.
I got that this season, but what he looked like he could have been, man,
I would have never worked out because that's just not the basketball the Warriors play. They don't use their center like that. You know, they're not going to feed it down to Wiseman and let him work. They're going to just use him to help get Steph open.
That just seemed like a big loss to me. But those are the teams right now I'm not sure of. You know, the Memphis Grizz. I like Ja a lot, but it's a lot of jawing right now. You know, I got to see a little bit of balling. You know, playoff time because they got took by the Warriors, and I just got to see more.
Yeah, so you know, I mentioned the 76ers, right? And you know, earlier into the season, leading up until like before the All-Star break, you know, they'd been labeled as contenders. Everybody, you know, like sees the Sixers, you know, as title chasers, but I was never showed anything impressive up until this last week, where they went on a 5-game win streak, right? You know, they're starting to heat up. Everything started to click, but then just now you see they just lost to the Celtics. Then they lose to Miami. That's 2 games in a row, right? And these are teams that you'll be seeing in the playoffs, right?
Deep in the playoffs, no doubt.
In the playoffs. And yes, you know, and I think right now they have the hardest schedule remaining in basketball. That's my opinion because, listen, you're going to have the Bucks coming up. I think the Celtics one more time and the Bucks twice.
Okay.
Right? That's tough.
That's 3 losses.
But listen, that's what I'm saying, though. We need to see how they play in these games, right? If they can come out maybe winning 2 of those games, right? I like their chances in the playoffs. But if they come out here in this tough schedule that they have and they drop a game to the Suns, which they're also supposed to be playing against, they're dropping games to the Nuggets, they're dropping games to Miami again. They got Miami one more time, you know, teams that they've lost to. Then that's concerning for them, you know, and I don't think they're really contenders. But if you go out there and they finish out the season strong, they get momentum going into the playoffs, then, you know, they're a good team to look out for.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, we'll see what kind of team this turns into during playoff time because I agree. This team, they go as far as Joel will take them with Harden facilitating. Does that make sense?
Great. Yeah.
He's been really good at that role, but like it's kind of weird. So during the playoffs, obviously the rosters get tighter. And everybody needs to kind of score a little bit more. And this is where we see James Harden choke the most.
Historically, you see him start to underperform more.
I'm not a Houston guy, bro. I'm not trying to dog.
I know. I got you.
And I respectfully, I'm okay. See, he was with me first. Okay.
Yeah. You know, it's not like
I have love for the guy, but truthfully,
I mean, I've experienced it too. You know.
He's got to do more in the playoffs. Deep playoffs. We saw him fall apart against the Warriors. We've seen him fall apart in games, even at OKC. Yeah. So look, this is the time. With the 76ers, with Joel can get 40 any night. We've seen Harden get 40 any night.
Yeah,
we need two guys to average. Joel, about 30 and Harden 25 the whole playoff run.
And we mentioned the Clippers, right? Last episode being one of the teams with the most pressure. The Sixers are one of those teams too. James Harden has pressure to perform this offseason or this postseason. Joel Embiid has pressure to show that he can lead a team to the conference finals, to the finals, right? The Sixers have to prove that they can do it.
Don't forget Kevin Durant and his pressure, that mountain.
Right.
Better finish, man. Healthy, that team.
Definitely.
But look,
there's a lot of pressure on all these teams. It's going to be intense, exciting playoffs for sure.
Yeah, no, I like how it's loaded right now. It's nice, but okay, it loaded, right? Okay, loaded. Somebody loaded up. Somebody loaded up on your squad, bro. Somebody shot bullets and he wasn't playing. Somebody brought his party and Dame Lillard was not having it.
This is going to turn into a rant. I'm telling you right now.
Right, is that how it's going to be?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You go first. You get your words out first.
I'll tell you this right now. There was a brother named Alperen Sengun. He got 17 points. High score for your team. Who is that?
Alperen Sengun?
What is that? Who is that man?
He's one of the brightest young players in the league right now. Honestly, you actually haven't heard of Sengun? He's been getting a lot of attention. No, okay, so a lot of people compare him.
I don't know.
All right, that's fair enough. But he gets a lot of comparisons to like a baby Jokic or like a Sabonis type of player, right? Because he's a center, right? He's 6'10", so he doesn't have the same size as Jokic. He got
no threes. I looked at his stat. He was 8 of 16 and no threes. I was like, okay.
He can shoot it a little bit if he decides to be. It's not his game. He doesn't sit out there and decide to, light it up. No, but so he's a really good pass runner to post. He has good vision as a playmaker. He's had 7 assists.
I saw it. I saw his stat line. It looked nice, but like I said, I have never seen.
No. He's a special player.
He's a roster, man, and I think I identified one guy. So
that's fair. He got benched in the third quarter and didn't play at all after that. By the way, he was our leading scorer in every good category.
One other guy was 17 as well, but nonetheless, look, impressive. 71, right? 71. Yeah. And the score was 131 to 114, and it came with an immediate drug test. What do you think of that?
Bro, the NBA is not hiding anything, right? They said the other year they said that they're gonna chill out, we're gonna relax with these drug tests out of nowhere. No, they're not.
He said, "Good job, son."
Here, piss in this cup.
He said, "Let me get the needle because we're not so sure."
Right.
The dude, that's so funny because he said he's afraid of needles with all them tattoos.
Right.
How are you afraid of needles? But like, I guess I don't. I guess I just don't get it.
But listen, man, having a player drop 71 on you and just let him have his way with you all night is completely unacceptable.
Wait, was it demoralizing? I gotta ask. Just to
I turned it off.
Did you really?
I couldn't. I know. I just kept up with it on the ESPN live box score. I was like, nope, not watching. But like,
bro, that's amazing.
We made no effort to stop it though. We just let Dame go one-on-one with our guys, sent no help. Listen, when James Harden was doing this to other teams back in the day, they double teamed him at half. We didn't do any of that.
They would double James. It's true.
Like, we just let him go. And that's been the theme with the Rockets this year is if you want to have a career night, play against Houston. We had Ja give us 49, I think the second game of the season.
Yeah.
Giannis we have nobody to guard Giannis, but Giannis did his thing. I think he gave us like something in the high 40s. Shea gave us a big amount of number. I don't even want to think about it. Like, it's sad though, because like
the game was against the Rockets this year.
Yeah. We make no effort to stop it. The coaching staff is like, and listen, they're trying to win because they're putting their best foot forward. The reason why they took out Sengun was because they kept attacking him in the pick and roll. So it was a defensive move, but it's still a dumb move because listen, we're obviously not going to win that game.
Yeah,
Keep him in, let him learn, bro. You're not gonna like a young player is not gonna learn how to defend that if you're gonna take him out every time it happens.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
We make no effort to stop anything. We just let it happen, and then we bench the players that need to be out there. Like it's a mess, all right. The whole situation's a mess. So we took Şengün out for defensive purposes, just for Jabari to go 0 for 20 on the offensive end.
I did that look, man. That man couldn't make a bucket. It looked like the skills shot all over again.
Flashbacks.
It was the All-Star weekend reoccurring. And man, yeah, okay. So look, 71. We'll break that down just a little bit. 71 points, 13 3-pointers, man. You know, 13 3-pointers is 39 points, right?
Yep.
39 points. He had 14 free throws, right? 14 free throws, 39 points is 53 points, right?
All right, yep.
Okay, that's 53 points just from three-pointer and the free throw line alone, right? So that's 18 points he gets just from twos, right? So 18 points from twos, 6 shots were at the rim. So he only took 3 shots outside.
I think so.
Besides that 3, man. So like it's really impressive how many shots he made.
I saw the stat. He had like 400 feet worth of like shooting.
Oh yeah, for real.
Combined for the whole game, which is most in the game.
Some of those threes, it was like half court 3-point shot. I'm like, what? It didn't even say. It's like said running 3. Like it didn't even like when I was watching the
he was on fire.
It just didn't even say like it was. Yeah, it just hot streak. Dame Lillard like running across the timeline. It was like this is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Well, you know, if something good came out of it for Houston, this is the most anybody has ever tuned in to watch a Houston game all year.
Oh no!
Because everybody even though it wasn't for Houston, this is probably the most views a Houston game has had all season. Just because Dame had 71, everybody wanted to see a piece of that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, this was one of those must watch. When you heard he had 41 at halftime, it was like, I think I'm gonna tune in and see what's gonna happen the rest of this game. You know, this had to be one of the highest televised basketball games.
Oh yeah, and I saw this one guy took his under on Prize Picks.
No. Oh damn.
His line was listed at 36.5, and he took his under.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Okay, so next time, yeah, anytime you see a line like that against Houston, you take the over.
Always take the over.
Houston's very own, Cody.
That's how I win my money. I bet the over on the people playing against us, personally.
Hey, you know what sucks? Oklahoma ain't allowing that betting, so I can't do nothing up here.
No type of betting, no Prize Picks?
Nothing. So I tried 2 bets over the Super Bowl, or 3. I was going to do 3 on the Super Bowl. I would have won all 3 of my bets, and I would have came out winning. And I wasn't going to bet much. Just do $5 on each thing.
Yeah.
Just a few bucks. Look, man, they robbed me. Free money. I said Mahomes, Super Bowl, click. Yes, that's the one I'm taking. You mean I'm taking Jordan. Okay, what are we talking about?
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Look, okay, speaking of taking Jordan, okay, there's a debate out there.
Okay.
There's a debate out there, LeBron or Jordan. And right now we need LeBron for the Lakers.
That's true. LeBron needs to be out there. Was it right foot, right? He said he heard a pop.
Yeah, heard a pop. And if you watch the replay, no contact. It looked like it happened in his step before he went up. Because he didn't land on the foot. He put no weight on the foot as he came down. So it looked, I wasn't sure really what happened. I hope he's okay, you know,
right.
As a fan. And not as a fan of him, but as a fan of the Lakers. I'm a fan of watching greatness, you know, so what he's doing is fantastic in his 20th season, and it's remarkable that the Lakers are in the position they're in with a new squad, with the chance to make a play-in or even the playoffs. But with him out, the Lakers are only 4-7 with him out of the lineup this season.
4-7 out of the lineup. Yes, it's going to be tough. I think a lot of this is going to depend on Anthony Davis now, you know?
But, you know, Vanderbilt helps. And it really right now with Russell out, I think that's going to be the biggest hurt for the Lakers because he's also going to be out for tomorrow's game as well. And the Lakers, they play the Grizzlies. So That's not very good. They come to play the Thunder on Wednesday, and I was gonna buy tickets to this game, man, but LeBron got hurt. I ain't going now.
Yeah, it's no point anymore.
Like, why? They had me. I mean, I have them.
It's a good thing you held off on it, right?
I have them in my bin, right, in the shopping cart, ready to go, but not gonna be able to do it. But yeah, the Lakers, they're in trouble. Like I said, 4-7 without him. 2-0, you know, after the break, and looking actually pretty respectable. You know, they beat up on the Warriors, and they did some damage against the Mavericks. You can't come back from 27 points. So,
yeah, I mean, it's really going to be difficult. I think a lot of it is going to be on Anthony Davis right now. We need to see the version of Anthony Davis that we saw in the beginning of the season, where he was in MVP conversations because of how crazy he was going.
Something happened, man. Something happened.
He don't want to get hurt again because, you know, he's been taking more jump shots again recently. He hasn't been going inside, probably because
coast to the playoffs.
Maybe, but he can't coast to the playoffs. He has to make the playoffs. He has to fight to get in there.
His body, right. But like his mental is trying to coast when his body, it can't do it.
Yeah. I mean, they're in trouble. I mean, you know. And maybe this is an opportunity right now to see what the new look Lakers look like without LeBron, and then I guess without D'Angelo Russell too.
They need him. They need Russell.
I mean, it's not gonna go well.
Yeah, they need D'Angelo Russell.
D'Angelo Russell, you're right.
No, for me, but to be specific, because they're in trouble, like you just said. And man, what a hell of a show today. Good job, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate the listen. Always tune in. Of course, we are Set the Record. Subscribe to the show. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Set the Record Pod. Like the Facebook page, Set the Record Podcast. Thanks for joining us. Meditate, make it go away.
You're